but we have to like get rid of this culture, and athletes and entertainers are some of they do this is sport. They take groups of women on trips, and the expectation is we're gonna have a good time. So while Luka Doncic and LeBron James are making headlines for putting work in on their bodies in preparation for this upcoming season, new Laker DeAndre Ayton has made headlines for an entirely different reason. Now, there was a woman who posted something on social media who basically everyone felt like was implicating DeAndre Ayton as being somebody who flew her out to Turks and Caicos and then decided to leave her there when she didn't want to participate in any hanky-panky. But come to find out, that is not actually what happened. It was not DeAndre Ayton, but his security guard who actually invited the woman out and left her stranded on the island. And so cool, DeAndre Ayton is exonerated, but it does bring up a really interesting conversation because this does seem to be the culture that exists in mainstream romantic culture, right? Like people fly people that they do not know out to have a time and experience to get to know them, whatever, as a first point of introduction. So yes. I think there's an interesting dynamic. My life experiences are very different than your life experiences. So I'm wondering what somebody from your side of the tracks thinks is the right culture when approaching these situations.
Yeah, I don't know if I really have to know a person. Like I really have to be talking to you or in a relationship with you to just go out of the country with you, because I watch a lot of true crime documentaries and people be getting offed out here. And so I'm not going to just go. I don't care if you're DeAndre Ayton. I don't care who you are, but I really have to know you. I need to know your mama. I need to know like a lot about you before I decide to travel with you, let alone go out of the country.
Okay, let's decenter ourselves. Cause cool, that's you.
You just asked me.
Okay, but I did not like your answer. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I didn't like your response. It was too clean. I'm looking for a little mess right now. So let's decenter ourselves from our personal experience, and let's just put ourselves in the shoes of those on the internet who do speak often about don't send me anything, just send me the trip confirmation. Like, let our first date be on an island, because this is a thing. There is a growing number of people who are now starting to date and romanticize each other while on vacation. Mm-hmm. This is where we at. I know you're newly married. You've been out the game for a minute, but just please appease us and entertain us down here in the gutter.
I know, and I'm trying not to say right? But if I'm approached with that, if this is a proposition that has been put on the table for me, in my mind, something is probably going to happen on that trip. This man has bought, if he's paid, because it's not cheap to go out of the country, right? Like flights are expensive, hotels are expensive, and I don't want to stay at all inclusive. You know what I mean? Like I want you to pay for everything, and I want the best service, and I want all the things. Something is probably going to happen, and that's why I say that I really have to be dating you or know you. It's not somebody that I just met 2 days ago and now we're going out of the country. Because I do feel like it's not unreasonable to expect intercourse or something.
Intercourse is crazy. What are you?
Yeah.
My G said intercourse. What is happening right now? All right. We're a little bit in alignment. I also feel like this is like piss poor culture that men have been perpetuating the last, I don't know, probably 10 to 15 years. Fam, you could give somebody a dope experience, even if you got money, right? Like even if you got a bag, like you don't have to fly somebody out. You don't fly the new joint out to Turks and Caicos. You don't even know, how she looks in the morning. You don't know if you enjoy her personality enough to even be in that kind of situation. Like I'm an idiot who has gone on trips with women that I don't necessarily like, and it always ends terribly. These are real things. I've had some god-awful experiences on vacations with women that I should have never been outside of the county lines with, let alone outside of the country. But we have to like get rid of this culture, and athletes and entertainers are some of they do this. This is sport. They take groups of women on trips, and the expectation is, we're going to have a good time.
I was going to say, like you just mentioned, there is this standard on social media that's set because people are living vicariously through a lens that does not reach them, right? It's like, okay, all the girls, all the IG models on social media are going on trips. They finding random dudes to take them on trips. That's not normal behavior for most of us. And so I feel like now these athletes, because of this expectation that's been set on social media, now they feel like they have to one up each other. So like you just said, okay, if we do something in the county, we doing something in the city, we're going to go downtown. That's not good enough for some of these models. Like if you really want to make a difference or an impact, we got to go out of the country. We got to go to Turks and Caicos.
Also, and this will be my last little piece on this. It is very hard to date. I'm not famous by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't like people knowing my business. So, and that's just me. So I'm very particular about where I go. If I was 7 feet 1 inches tall, like DeAndre Ayton, like where do I go that's even normal to get to know somebody? Like being outside of the gaze of, society and public fodder is something that I might want to do. Like I may not want to be tied to somebody. So I don't want anyone to see me walking into the AMC movie theater or walking into whatever TGI Fridays or Red Lobster. Shout out to the CEO. I don't want to be seen walking in Red Lobster with old girl who I just met. So I kind of do understand wanting to, potentially take something on vacation just because we out the way. Can't nobody really see us. We all have our own cell phone camera rules and so on and so forth. But I'm also just trying to be realistic about what it means to be a celebrity in these times and try to attempt to date or even just have a good time.
But nobody even wants to get to a date doesn't. Okay, let me backtrack. When you get to know somebody, you don't have to just go to a top restaurant. Like we can talk on the phone.
Well,
we can FaceTime. Or I'm just saying, like if you are a famous person and you don't want to be seen in public, right? Like I can just FaceTime you. And get to know, let's
Mario. We have FaceTime dates now. We're not in the pandemic again. Come on now. We want real life interaction.
Okay, but I'm just saying you don't. But I'm saying if
feels when I hug you, like these things are.
I know, but I'm saying get to know somebody, right? You don't. There's no place that you can go. Like get to know somebody for a couple of weeks. Like why do you have to meet somebody one day? And that's the problem, Rodney. You meet somebody one day, and now you're trying to go out the country the next. Let me know. Let me get to know you first. I don't know you. Who are you?
Wait a minute. I agree on that we don't know each other well enough to go on trips. I understand that. But saying we should wait weeks and be on phones and FaceTime before we get to spend time together, like that's crazy.
No, I'm saying you can still spend time together in that time. But what I'm saying is it's like, don't just jump the gun. Like really get to know the person. And so if that's me talking to you for 2 weeks and it's just us on the phone, what's wrong with that? See, that's your problem.
Who is y'all? How I get lumped into this? I don't do that.
Okay, anyways, let's move on.
I do that,
I have
actually.
a story.
Actually.
Anyways, Raiders defensive lineman Christian Wilkins, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's been all over social media, was released from the team, but now it's being reported that he kissed the teammate on the forehead. So that is now what has come out, and that teammate went to HR on him and he was released. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he just signed a big contract. So for them to release him like that, I don't know if you saw that. Have you seen that?
He must have used tongue, because you don't get released for a little Godfather Lil Wayne Birdman kiss on the forehead. This sounds like, I think he also was injured, and so he wasn't taking his recovery seriously. I've heard that as well. I don't think it was just the kiss, because this is not a fireable. Yeah, this is not a fireable offense. They might have just been like, "Oh, we got him on something stupid," right? Because I've been fired for things that were nothing in comparison to the things that I had done.
Okay, I think also too. This is
go ahead. No,
sorry. Go ahead. You get caught. If you get caught, what?
Like if I get caught in a fist fight and that's the thing that sends me to jail, but I got 5 bodies, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm okay with going to jail for simple assault if that's if that's on my jacket,
Okay. I also feel like word on the street is that he has, he's done some questionable things in his career. We've seen him
I need you to use your
in college.
Language. What is questionable?
Well, we've seen him in college after a tackle grabbing an opponent's genitalia. We saw him do that in the league with Josh Allen. Okay.
Yeah.
He was I don't know if you remember the gif, but it's the Clemson player who he was a big guy, but he does the heel stretch and then he goes into a split. Have you seen that? Don't need to pull it up on my phone.
No, I can't see
So
you as Hall of
he's,
Fame.
you know, I've seen people that were on teams with him say he's a little freaky. You know, he's weird. One of his teammates in Las Vegas basically told him that he needed to get help and that he needed to go to therapy. So it seems as though there's a lot of things kind of surrounding Christian Wilkins, and that was just the last straw, him kissing his teammate on the forehead.
Is this a case of him being targeted because maybe he's not hyper masculine like a football player is supposed to be? Is there a scenario here in which his behavior is so in contrast to his physical appearance that people don't know how to receive him?
That's probably what it is.
You know,
it's but you can't go around.
What? Dennis Rodman did it? What's the problem?
No. I'm saying you can't go around kissing people when they don't want to be kissed.
On the forehead, though? Like, what are we talking about? If I tackle you and I made such a big play that I want to see if your is soft, and I'm a... I should be able
Joe,
to
please. Joe, please send this video to me because I'm going to clip it myself. Keep going, Rodney.
If you can't tackle a man and check to see how big or small his is, then I don't think this is the country for me.
Okay, so how would you feel if you are on the opposing team, Christian Wilkins just tackled you, and now you've been grabbed? What is your reaction? Is that not assault? That's assault.
No, you can't grab nobody.
But now you lost your job.
Yeah. But he'll get picked up because he's that special. You know, there's a certain space reserved for players of a certain caliber, and you know, one of the most important positions in all of football is that D line. You know what I'm saying? You need people on the D line. That's why they're paid so much more than most other positions on defense right now. So you need somebody in the trenches. He's a beast. He's a dog. He's an animal. He's just a little freak. So we just maybe he should like before games, you know, working theory. Yeah, you know, this is some very sexually charged topics for today, but we want to hear from you, Fumble family. What do you feel about the culture of dating, especially as it pertains to flying people out? What should the expectations be? And then, of course, we got to hear your thoughts about Christian. Do you feel like it was right for him to be waived because he kissed another teammate on the forehead with or without tongue? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
And if you need to stay up to date on all of the latest happenings in sports right now, we got you covered. The link is in our description box.